Hello everyone, welcome to another series of today's GK. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, recently INS Sahyadri made a port call to Port Moresby. It is located in Papua New Guinea, Maldives, Malaysia or Indonesia. The correct answer is option A, Papua New Guinea. Recently, Indian naval ships Sahyadri and Kolkata, mission deployed in the Eastern IOR, arrived at Port Moresby on 2nd August 2023 for enhancing maritime partnership and cooperation with Papua New Guinea. The port call is aimed at strengthening ties between India and Papua New Guinea in the maritime domain. INS Sahyadri is the third ship of the indigenously designed and built Project 17 class multi-role stealth frigates. INS Kolkata is the first ship of the indigenously designed and built Project 15A class destroyers. Both the ships have been built at Mazgaon Dock Limited, Mumbai and are armed with an array of modern weapons and sensors which can address threats in all three dimensions. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements regarding the basic structure of the Constitution. 1. The concept of basic structure was established in the Keshwanand Bharti case. 2. The Parliament cannot use its constituent power to alter the basic structure. 3. The dignity of the individual is also one of the essential features of the basic structure of the Constitution. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only one, only two, all three, or none? The correct answer is option C, all three. Recently, equating Article 370 with the basic structure of the Constitution was inquired in Supreme Court. The concept of basic structure was established in the landmark Keshwanand Bharti versus State of Kerala case in 1973, which happened 50 years ago. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Keshwanand Bharti judgment established that Parliament cannot use its constituent power to alter the basic structure or essential features of the Constitution. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The basic structure of the Constitution includes supremacy of the Constitution, federal and secular character of the Constitution, separation of powers, dignity of the individual, unity and integrity of the nation, sovereignty of India, and so on. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, Yenadis tribe was recently seen in the news. It is associated with which of the following states or union territories? Andhra Pradesh, Manipur, Ladakh or Jharkhand? The correct answer is option A, Andhra Pradesh. Recently, Yenadi tribe was seen in the news. The Yenadis are a tribe in Andhra Pradesh living in extreme conditions of poverty and social exclusion. They have the highest population among the 34 tribal groups in the state and are scattered across mandals, with Nellore and Chittor forming hubs. The village is in Unguturu mandal of Vijayawada Revenue Division and is home to small settlements of the impoverished Yenadi community, a scheduled tribe. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, that is FCRA. 1. The FCRA registration is mandatory for receiving foreign funds. 2. The initial registration under the FCRA is valid for 6 years only. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. Recently, a UK-based NGO Save the Children lost its FCRA's registered status. Enacted in 1976, the FCRA was amended in 2010 to introduce new measures for regulating foreign donations. The FCRA applies to all associations, groups and NGOs intending to receive foreign donations, making it mandatory for them to register under the Act. Hence, statement 1 is correct. Registered associations can receive foreign contributions for social, educational, religious, economic and cultural purposes. The initial registration under FCRA is valid for 5 years and can be renewed if the NGOs comply with all norms. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. FCRA 2022 rules increased the number of compoundable offences under the Act from 7 to 12. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following countries. 1. Algeria, 2. Libya, 3. Mauritania. Which of the above given countries borders the Republic of Niger? 1 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or 2 only? The correct answer is option D, 2 only. Recently, the removal of Niger's president is a setback for political stability in the young democracy, the Republic of Niger. Niger, officially known as, is a landlocked country located in Western Africa. The capital city of Niger is Niamey. The country derives its name from the Niger River, which flows through its southwestern part. The name Niger comes from the Tamashek language phrase "Ghare Gharain," which translates to river among rivers. It shares borders with Algeria to the northwest, Libya to the northeast, Chad to the east, Nigeria and Benin to the south, and Burkina Faso and Mali to the west. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Biological Diversity Act 2002. 1. A 3-tier structure was established under this act. 2. In India, the Biodiversity Management Committees are key to the realization of the objectives of the Nagoya Protocol. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, the Rajya Sabha passed the Biological Diversity Amendment Bill 2021. India's Biological Diversity Act 2002 is in close synergy with the Nagoya Protocol and aims to implement provisions of the Convention on Biological Diversity. The Act establishes a 3-tier structure to effectively manage biological resources and associated traditional knowledge. National Biodiversity Authority at the national level, State Biodiversity Boards at the state level, and Biodiversity Management Committees at the local level. Biodiversity Management Committees are established at the local level, focusing on grassroots efforts for biodiversity conservation, sustainable utilization, and documentation of traditional knowledge. Hence, statement 1 is correct and statement 2 is correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Panchayats extension to the Scheduled Areas Act 1996. 1. Bhuria Committee recommended for PESA Act. 2. The PESA Act was enacted in the year 1996. 3. The PESA Act recognized the traditional tribal political institutions of self-governance. Select the correct code. 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 only, or all of the above. The correct answer is option D, all of the above. Recently, the Department of Panchayati Raj under the Jharkhand government recently published the draft rules for wide-ranging public consultation for implementing the provisions of the Panchayats extension to Scheduled Areas Act of 1996 or PESA in the state. The Rao government appointed a committee headed by Mr. Dilip Singh Bhuria in 1994. The Bhuria committee recommended a 3-tier structure of the self-governance in the tribal areas. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The PESA Act was enacted on 24 December 1996 to enable tribal self-rule in these areas. Hence, statement 2 is correct. The fundamental spirit of the Panchayat Extension Act for tribal areas under 5th schedule is that it devolves power and authority to Gram Sabha and Panchayats. The PESA recognized the traditional tribal political institutions of self-governance. Hence, statement 3 is also correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements. 1. Under Article 117(3), the financial bill can be introduced only in the Lok Sabha. 2. The money bill can be introduced in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option D, neither 1 nor 2. Currently, the monsoon session of Parliament is going on where a debate about money bill and financial bill has erupted. Money bills are the bills concerned with only the provisions dealing with all or any of the matters prescribed in Article 110(1). The role of the Rajya Sabha in passing money bills is restricted and it can only be introduced in Lok Sabha. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. A financial bill is any bill that contains various matters relating to the revenue and expenditure of the country. Under Article 117(3), the financial bill can be introduced in both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements. 1. Superconductivity can be achieved very close to absolute zero temperature only. 2. The first material to have been discovered to show superconductive properties was mercury. Which of the statement or statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Recently, South Korean researchers posted 2 related papers claiming that a lead-based compound that they had developed had shown superconducting properties at room temperature under normal pressure conditions. Superconductivity refers to a state in which a material offers zero or near zero resistance to electric current. Superconductivity can be achieved only at very low temperatures, more than 250 degrees Celsius below zero, very close to absolute zero, which is minus 273 degrees Celsius. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The first material to have been discovered to show superconductive properties was mercury, which becomes a superconductor at close to 270 degrees Celsius below zero. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding the Ayush, that is AY visa. 1. It is a special visa scheme for Indians visiting foreign countries for treatment. 2. It will boost medical value travel in India. 3. It is a part of Heal in India initiative. How many of the statements given above is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. Recently, the Ministry of Home Affairs has introduced a new category of Ayush visa. It is intended for therapeutic care, wellness and yoga, and it fulfills the proposal for a special visa scheme for foreigners seeking treatment in India under Indian systems of medicine. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. This initiative will boost the medical value travel and strengthen the vision of making Indian traditional medicine a global phenomenon. Hence, statement 2 is correct. This initiative aligns with the Heal in India initiative of the government aimed at making India a medical value travel destination. Hence, statement 3 is correct. The Ministry of Ayush and the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare are collaborating to develop a one-stop Heal in India portal to promote India as a medical tourism destination worldwide. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Last question is, recently the term Einstein cross was seen in the news. It is related to motion effect, Doppler effect, energy theorem, or light phenomenon. The correct answer is option D, light phenomenon. Recently, the astronomers have made a remarkable discovery of an Einstein cross phenomenon. The phenomenon involves the splitting and magnification of light from a distant galaxy in the far reaches of the universe. A foreground galaxy has caused the bending and division of a bright beam of light from a background galaxy located about 11 billion light years away from our planet. As a result, the pattern displays 4 distinct smudges of blue light encircled by the orange glow of the foreground galaxy. This configuration was initially predicted by Albert Einstein in his theory of general relativity in 1915. Einstein's theory of general relativity explains how massive objects wrap space-time, the fabric of the universe. Gravity, according to Einstein, is the result of space-time curving and distorting in the presence of matter and energy rather than an unseen force. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now it's time for the practice question. In the context of Indian biodiversity, what is the IUCN status of great one-horned rhino? Vulnerable, least concern, near threatened, or endangered? Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.